And now, Brandon Thick Boy Schaub.
Yayo, Monday, September 22nd. What's up, fam? How we doing out there? Everybody good on your way to work? Dropping the kiddos off at school? Wish I could hear you guys, but I can't. All good. You guys are doing great, I assume. Everyone's crushing it out there. My kiddos don't have school today. I don't know if that's a national holiday. Is there something going on?
September 22nd.
I asked Tiger why he didn't have school. He said, my teacher says they have too much work to catch up on. They have to grade papers. I went, well, that's not a...
Rosh Hashanah.
Was that today?
Yeah.
I don't think they have today off for Rosh Hashanah.
Hebrew calendar.
But maybe. Maybe. That's a Jewish holiday, right?
Yeah. I don't know what this is.
So
But I did see Rosh Hashanah on the calendar, too.
Maybe it's that. But according to my kiddo, again, he's 9, so take it with a grain of salt. He said the teacher said they need to catch up on grading papers. I went, okay, well, that's not a holiday. Mm-hmm. So they're running amok, playing with their friends, staying outside. Your boy's been outside. If I look brown as shit, I've been outside. These are my weekends right now. I'm outside from 8 a.m. to about 6 p.m. Saturday, Sunday in the sun. With travel ball, they usually have 2 or 3 games, and you're outside the entire time. Now, it's different with travel ball here in Texas. It's a little toasty. The sun is just nonstop. In LA, you didn't really need tents. You didn't need to basically bring an entire camp with you. You didn't need to bring tents and folding chairs. In Texas, you do. The field we play on, great fields, great facility. They don't have bleachers, so you have to bring all your own stuff. So you're basically packing for the weekend and setting up. But I can't sit down, so I pace around when my kid plays. I just pace back and forth, so I don't stay in the shade. And so the back of my neck looks dark purple. Not burnt, not red, dark purple.
You look very dark right now.
Yeah, dude, I get freaking toasty out there. It was hotter on Sunday. Boys played well. Man. Their first major tournament. So just so you guys know how it works in travel ball, there's single A, double A, triple A. Then there's a huge leap to majors. TNLA was in single A and double A. Then we come to Texas, and he tries out for a majors team, makes the majors. So T basically went from single, double, did a huge leap to majors. I didn't know if he was ready, stressed about it. So I'm practicing with other kids. I'm like, all right, maybe we can do it. And then he had his first game on Saturday. I could tell he was nervous as hell. But once he got that first hit, his business as usual. He did well, man. He did well. Struggled a little bit on the second day, but overall, he played great, man. 5 for 6 on Saturday. Bunch of RBIs. It's good for him. There's nothing better, man. Nothing better. Papa is in town. Stepmom's in town. Jay Schaub is here in studio right now. He's leaving today. But yeah, there's nothing better. That's my weekends. Like Brian's like, what'd you do this weekend? I'm like, dude, I'm out in the sun, watch kids play baseball. That's it. That's what I do. So yeah, overall good weekend, dudes. Hopefully yours was well. As far as the fight world go, there's a lull right now, guys. They're edging us. There's a lull right now in the fight game. There's no fights this previous weekend. You had the big banger with UFC Noches and Canelo Crawford, right? So that kind of wet your beak. And then they take this week off, which is unlike the UFC, lazy. And then you have a fight card this weekend, a fight night in Australia. Great. For a fight night, it's a quality card. It's good. I like it better than UFC Noches. I'm not going to lie to you. I think it's better matchups, better stylistically, overall from top to bottom than UFC Noches. So I'll take it. Dominic Reyes, Carlos Ulberg at the light heavyweight weight class. Take my money. I'll watch that all night. I mean, that one has implications, especially at light heavyweight. That thing is just a merry-go-round right now. So we'll see what happens there. I love Carlos Ulberg, but I am rooting for Dominic Reyes. I like his comeback story.
Yeah, his story's
He's
awesome.
a good dude. Former football player. Fell on the toughest times. Some thinks he beat John Jones, didn't go his way. The judges were like, nah, fam, not today. And a lot of you did have him beat John Jones. And after that, he fell on the toughest times. Once he got robbed of that fight, he fell on the toughest times, but came back. Similar story, if you remember, to Charles Oliveira. Charles Oliveira came out like a banshee, fell on the toughest times, and then obviously Dominic Reyes didn't change weight classes, but still, these comeback stories, very rare. Super, super rare. So when you see them, you should root for those guys. So I'm definitely cheering for Dominic Reyes this weekend. Tough fight in Carlos Olberg, who hits like a Mack truck. My boy Neil Magny, the Gazelle, changed his nickname, whatever. I call him the Gazelle. Neil Magny back in action for his 4,000th fight. Charlie Campbell, never mad at him. You got the heavyweights going at it. Justin Tafa, of course, that's in Australia. Jamie Malarkey, how dare you put him on the prelims? And then our boy, Andre Petrosky's fighting, first team all body, straight from Philly. Gonna go down there and fuck up some kangaroos down there. And by kangaroos, I mean Cameron Roston. So hopefully our boy Andre Petrosky pulls it off. But it's a good fight night overall, man. Hidalgo, all right. Navajo Sterling. Jimmy Crute, of course. Jake Matthews, of course. Tom Nolan. Charlie Campbell. Yeah, not a bad fight night. I'll take it. It'll wet your beak. It'll wet your beak to get you to that big pay-per-view in October. Because that next pay-per-view, what is it? Is it fucking Alex and Ankalaev? October 6th? Is that right, Chin? If my memory serves me right.
Let's double check. October
4th. Suck on that, Chin. CT my ass. Click on that for me. UFC, what is it? UFC 320. God, 320. Ooh-wee. So this fight night in Australia is going to wet your beak, and then you'll be able to blow your load on October 4th because you got UFC 320, Ankalaev, Alex, Marab, Corey Sandhagen. Let's go. Yuri, Cleo Roundtree, come on. Josh Emmett, Yusuf, Magomedov, Joe Pyfer, yes, sir. Edmund Shabazian, yes, sir. Patchy Mix, Veronica Hardy, never mad at her fighting. Always root for her and Dan Hardy. Patchy Mix, looking for a win, bud. Looking for a win.
This will be the one.
Boys are struggling. What'd you say?
This will be the one to really tell if he's actually UFC material.
Prelims, not too much pressure. He's already passed his, had his cherry broken. We'll see. Man, I wonder what goes on with Alex and Magomed Ankalaev if Alex were to lose that. Marab, Corey Sandhagen. If anybody's going to dethrone Marab, it's going to be Corey Sandhagen. If Corey doesn't do it, and again, it's not going to go well for him, but I keep telling you guys, he has those Hail Marys in his arsenal with his unconventional jiu-jitsu, submissions, the flying knees, where it's going to take something like that to dethrone Marab. But he ain't winning by decision. It has to be TKO, KO, submission. There's not a shit chance anybody beats Marab via decision. Yuri Cleo Roundtree, that's a great fucking fight. First class, all violence. That card's great, man. It's in Vegas.
Yep. T-Mobile.
October 4th. Am I in town? I think I'm in town for that.
Well, what do you think that Alex Pereira can do different this time? Because he was getting destroyed in both areas, right? Not destroyed, but...
Yeah, he had a tough night in the office. He was also injured. He was injured. Was trying to maximize the opportunity and fight and be pretty active, but he went into that fight injured. So we'll see. He loses this one, then you're in, super fight territory, or you're going to jump up to heavyweight. He's never fighting at middleweight again, but there's some stuff we can do with him. Which brings me, when I say stuff we can do with him, brings me to this White House card where it's becoming more and more real for you guys. It's 100% happening. There was rumors. Dana confirmed it, I think, on Logan Paul's podcast, Impulsive. Mm-hmm. He did the lay of the land. And when you think of this, that is things insane. Does it look like the Stranger Thing monster? Yes, it does in the sky, but it's white. All good. I don't like that, but all good. That looks terrifying. But the White House in the backdrop, bro, Civ, because so when they did UFC Noches at the Sphere, the knock on it was, yeah, it's cool when they're walking out. When the fighters actually fight, it just looks like another, main card. It looks like another pay-per-view. This does not appear to be that. You have the UFC fucking White House in the background. And take out your hatred for Trump. Take out your hatred for Dana White. Take out your hatred for, I guess, America in general. And if you can step back and realize this is top 5, one of the biggest moments in all of sports. What other sport could put on a fucking spectacle like this at the White House? NFL can't. You need 100 yards. You can't. They're not doing that. MLB ain't doing that. NHL ain't doing that. There's no other major sport that could put on their product on the lawn of the goddamn White House. It is a major, major event. So if you think that our little niche sport, it still hasn't arrived, isn't a big deal, this is the biggest deal. Again, take your hatred out for Dana, Trump, all that, whatever. If you just look at it, you're like, whoa, there's an actual major sport going down at the lawn of the White House. That's how far we've come. Now, does this ever happen again? The answer is probably not. The reason this is happening, we all know this, it's the elephant in the room. The reason this is happening is Dana and Trump are boys. They're probably fucking around, drinking whiskey, and Dana goes, dude, we should do a UFC fight at the White House. And Trump's like, I'd do that. He goes, really? He goes, yeah, man. And the next day they sober up, they're hanging around. And then Dana's like, holy shit, he actually said he would do it. So then he reaches out to Trump. Trump's like, yeah, dude, I'm serious. I'm down. And then he's like, all right, I'll put my people in contact with your people. You said yes. I say yes. Let's make it happen. And then once you start getting the details of this thing actually going down, this is one of the biggest moments in American sports history. This is wild, dude. This is fucking nuts. Apparently, the fighters are going to walk out and warm up from the Oval Office. Just so you know, that's where Bill Clinton got sucked off. They're walking out of that place. You're talking uncharted territory unless you're blowing the president. And these boys are in there warming up, sweating the same as Monica Lewinsky. That's what's going on here. That's fucking nuts, dude. And then you have the White House as the backdrop. It's insane for them to pull it off. And now, here we go now. This is where it's going to get weird for you guys a little bit. Follow me here. Dana White said, and I believe him, because this can be historic. Like, people freak out with UFC 200, UFC 100, UFC 300. UFC 200, it was a fucking terrible looking, it's supposed to be gold, but it's a yellow, like mustard yellow mat. People freak out when they see that. Think about the historic pictures, archives of UFC fighters walking out the Oval Office, punching each other in the face in front of the White House. That's in the background. This is a historical time. No matter how you feel about if you're on the left, you're on the right, none of that shit matters. You have a UFC fight going down in front of the White House, and they're warming up in the fucking White House. This is wild. This is wild. So Dana says, I believe him because he knows the magnitude of this, and the chance of it happening ever again is not good, right? Like UFC, the Sphere, they're never doing that again. The mustard yellow octagon mat, that's never happened again. This is bigger than all those. UFC 100 was lit, 200 is lit, 300 lit-ish. If you're new, it was super lit for you. For me, it was kind of whatever, watered down. But still, all those are big deals. This can be a bigger deal than all those combined. And he says it's going to be the best UFC fight card ever. Okay. If it's going to be the best UFC fight card ever, let's go through it. Who do you book? Well, we already know Conor has said he's going to be on there. He said Dana's pretty confident he's going to be on there. So, Conor versus Michael Chandler. I assume that's what you're going to do because you need some Americans on there. Michael Chandler's American as shit. So, you have Conor coming back. This is going to be live for all the casuals, for the public on CBS. So, you're talking about one of the most watched fights ever. Even my mom, who doesn't watch a ton of UFC, is like, holy shit, at the White House on CBS, my mom's tuning in. So if my mom's tuning in, you have damn near most of the freaking citizens of America tuning in. So it's going to be one of the most watched events of all time. So that checks the box. So you got to have a card that lives up to that hype. Conor does that. Conor checks the box for all the casuals. They don't give a fuck if he's lost. They don't care that Chandler's lost 5 out of 6. They don't give a shit about any of that. They just know that's Michael Chandler. That's Conor McGregor. They don't know they've been on these horrible losing streaks. They don't know Conor's issues in Ireland. They don't know that Michael Chandler's been freaking vying for this for about 4.5 years now. They don't know any of that stuff. They just know the fight's going down. So your main event's going to be Conor versus Michael Chandler. I could see them doing maybe, Dana's like, I need people I can trust. I could see him maybe doing a Nate Diaz Conor 3 trilogy on this. That's a possibility if he wants to really blow us. That would freak the casual out like a motherfucker. For the people in the know, we're like, yeah, it's an all right fight. But we know Conor Chandler's a fucking must-see TV. That's going to be violent. And then, so I think if it's going to be the best fight card of all time, you're getting Conor, of course. Conor's your main event. That draws all the eyeballs. Conor Michael Chandler's your main event. In your co-main event, I would almost guarantee you get John Jones. I'll put on my tinfoil hat here. I think all this shit going on with John, the edging, the dragging out with the Tom Aspinall, the stepping out of the USADA and then jumping back in it. I'm going to do this fight. Dana being pissed at him. I think all this was a plan because I think that was the original plan. And then when Trump was like, I'll do a fight card, Dana's like, hold up. You're serious? He was, yeah, dead serious. Trump loves John Jones. He's American, greatest of all time, American, right? So I think Trump goes, let's do it, but you better make it fucking pop. And Dana goes, say less. Calls John, dude, chill out. Because in June, not July, which is actually better for the UFC because they'll get lost in the sauce if you do on July 4th. But in June, we're going to do a fight card at the White House. Get ready for that. So then you get all these weird things going on with John pulling out. Obviously, he had the legal issues. He was even there, right? He gets vindicated from that. Now he jumps back in USADA. I think all this bullshit, all this negativity, all this bullshit for John doing all this, ducking Tom, it all leads to the White House. So your main events or your main co-main, whichever way you want to do it, if Conor, Michael Chandler, or Conor, Nate Diaz, and then your co-main event, or if you want to say it's a main event, however they flip it, you have John Jones versus probably Tom Aspinall, or it could be Alex. But I think that's going to blow your fucking socks off. That's going to get the ratings. That's going to get people talking. And then the next 3 fights on the main card, you have Kayla Harrison, Amanda Nunes. That's third. So you have big boy. You have Bo Nickel on there somewhere, right? I don't know if he's main card, but either way. But that's what you're getting. I think if I could guarantee you guys, you get 3 fights. Their opponents that, we can figure out. The only one we kind of don't know is John Jones. But I think the 3 people I can guarantee that are on there are Conor McGregor, John Jones, Kayla Harrison. That's what you're getting. And you're getting all 3 are for belts. I think all 3 are going to be for belts. All 3 will be for belts. Because Conor versus Michael Chandler will be for a BMF. Or they're going to come with some new weird like Trump belt, some bullshit like that, the White House belt, American Independence belt. They're going to make up some bullshit or just call it the BMF belt. So all 3 are going to be for belts. You're going to get 3 title fights on there. That's how they're going to do the White House. It's one of the most historic events in sporting history. That's how this thing goes down. And it's going down in June, which actually is better for the UFC because they don't get lost in the sauce. You do it on July 4th. Listen, we got shit to do. There's fireworks. People are barbecuing. There's a lot going on. We don't want to just sit down, especially if this is a 7 p.m. Pacific time card. That's fireworks central, baby. We can't be out there watching fucking fights. We got to be barbecuing. So it being in June, they don't get lost in the sauce. I can't imagine the security for this thing. Can't imagine. And it's going to be a smaller crowd, right? What do you say, 3,000 to 5,000?
5, yeah.
So you're not going to have people just chanting crazy shit like USA nonstop. They might say USA, but it ain't going to be like 15,000 at T-Mobile where they're just chanting USA non-fucking stop or doing the fucking whoa, So it's going to be a civilized crowd. But this thing's going to be insane. Seeing Connor, seeing John fight in front of the White House, it's so massive for the UFC. So massive. And Dana knows that. And he'll deliver. He will deliver. For him to pull this off is wild. It's never happened again. It's a one-time deal. It's a big deal, and it never happens again. Never, ever happens again. Because say J.D. Vance wins, in 2028, I don't even think he's really a UFC guy. And I don't think him and Trump or him and Dana are that close, so I don't see that happening. The only reason it's happening is because Trump and Dana are buddies. And we benefit from it. That's great. I'll take it. Are you excited for it, Chen?
Of course, dude. Just the renderings alone. We talked about it before, like a couple weeks ago. They look badass.
Fuck yeah. Some people might hate the UFC's too engulfed in the Trump MAGA movement. Shut up. I don't give a fuck if Biden, I don't care if Kamala Harris, if Pete Buttigieg, big gay ass is on there. If as long as it's at the White House, I don't care about it. I don't care who's running the country. Get it done, dude. Take my money. This is American as shit. Every fighter's going to walk out with American flag. It's going to be fantastic. Let's do this, dude. I don't care who's running the country. Left, right, shut it. Let's get it done, dude. It's a big deal for the UFC. This is like the first big historic moment for them in a long time. They've just been cooking, doing business as usual. This is the first thing where everyone has to stop. It's must-see TV. Brings us all together. Nothing brings you together like a little CT and getting punched in the face. And Dana's going to do it. I can't wait. Let's take a little break, kids, because this episode of the Schaub Show is brought to you by Breeze. Looking for the perfect buzz without the hangover? Well, I got you guys. I'd like to tell you about Breeze, spelled B-R-E-Z, an incredible functional beverage company revolutionizing how we drink. Their line of feel-good tonics are the perfect alcohol alternatives with an effect you actually feel. They use a small amount of THC, CBD, and functional mushrooms to create a fun effect without the traditional downsides of alcohol. And no, these aren't like your typical edibles, which are the Wild West. We've all been there, where you think you're freaking speaking French. You'll feel each blend within 10 minutes, and the effect will last about an hour, hour and a half, similar to cocktails, so it's just chill enough, all right, for your mom to try, or stackable if you're trying to dial it up, bros. They ship all across the United States, so head to feelthebreeze.com/Schaub, S-C-H-A-U-B. Use the code Schaub for $5 credit and free shipping on your first order. What else you got, Jen?
Speaking of that, Daniel Cormier went on his podcast and talked about John Jones being on that card. And he says, you got to let him fight. Yeah, you got to let him fight.
You have to have John. I think what Dana's doing in the media is if you want to get John to do something, tell him he can't do it. And that's exactly what he's doing to make sure he's reliable and shows up. These are all mind games here. DC's 100% correct. You can't have a White House card without John Jones. He's the best American we have. He's the greatest of all time. The question is, do you do it against Tom Aspinall where he'd probably be an underdog? Or do you do a big fight against Alex Pierre where he's probably going to win? Do you put the odds in his favor? Do you want it to be a big celebration of America and Americans beating ass? That's tough to do against Tom Aspinall.
Yeah. That was one of his points, too, like to have an American champ, obviously. And Tom is going to be very, very difficult.
Yes, Tom's a difficult task for him.
Want to hear a little bit?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, when we're fighting at the White House, you want American people that can win. At the end of the night, Noche UFC last week in San Antonio had 6 Mexican-born fighters. They won all 6 fights. They had 3 American fighters of Mexican descent, and they all won. It felt good for the people leaving the arena that night because the people that they went to support had all found success. Mm-hmm. Imagine if we're on the White House lawn and the Americans aren't winning fights. And that could happen because when the opening line for McGregor versus Chandler comes out, Chandler's going to be a pretty substantial underdog.
Oh, I don't think so.
As he should be.
Even
though Conor hasn't fought in forever.
He
will still be the favorite to beat Michael Chandler.
I don't know. I bet it's close to even money.
But if you put John Jones against Tom Aspinall,
he's a dog too.
For what everybody says, that Tom Aspinall's the guys to beat him, when that line opens, I bet John Jones is still going to be the favorite. He'll still be favored to beat Tom Aspinall.
Barely.
He'll be the guy that's the world champion, or at least was the world champion before he vacated his title and retired. So he'll still be favored to win that fight. I believe that you got to let him fight, man. I think that you put some things in his contract that makes it very costly to not follow through. You understand? So if you put John Jones on the White House card, say something happens in the law and he has to be pulled off the card, $1 million. Say he just says he doesn't want to fight, $1 million. Say he doesn't.
What world is DC
say he gets
living in?
injured, then it should be less, as long as the injury can be proven. If the injury is proven, charge him nothing. He's just a normal fighter that got hurt in training camp. But you put these safeguards in place to make sure that he shows up there. Because one, you pick a card with him and Conor McGregor, massive eyes will be on that card. And two, you put an American guy in there in the main event that has a real chance to win the fight and send everyone home feeling very good. It's why the good guys win at the end of movies, because they want people to feel good leaving the theater, except for $1 Million Baby, which was a bullshit movie because that woman died or something at the end of the movie. And I hated the way I felt when I left. Nobody goes to the movies for that shit, man. We go to the movies to see stuff and feel good when we leave. And I think that the White House card deserves a chance for that to happen. Because think about, hey, we have no American guys in the top 10 pound for pound right now since John Jones retired. That's crazy. Come on, boss. It's me asking you to give John Jones a chance. That's
I'm with
crazy.
DC. You got to have John on there. You got to. You got to.
Oh, you had some odds, huh, Jay? Opening odds or whatever?
Yeah,
John's probably a slight favorite, minus 150.
Jones is plus 100. Aspinall's minus 128. So
Yeah,
about as
super
even
close,
as
yeah.
it gets. I mean,
That's what you
outside
want.
of a pick 'em.
That's what you do. And then Connor Chandler. I don't think Connor's a favorite in that. In fun
I think
for
he
fucking
is.
ever.
I think he's still favored though.
Look it up. Do Chandler Connor? I don't think so. That one should be a pick 'em because they both had a long layoff. They're both on losing streaks. You know, like
Yeah,
that. Ain't,
that one has Connor at minus 102, Chandler at minus 118. So again,
yeah, that's basically even.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's even money in the fight game. Both of them are about even money. That's what you want. Yeah, you can't be having Chandler getting starched and then John Jones getting submitted. What if they did an all-American card versus China?
Well, then you're guaranteed to win.
Yeah.
But the Chinese
You said
light
ours.
heavyweight. I know the light heavyweight guy just got destroyed by Johnny
Yeah.
Walker.
Yeah. It'd be tough to make it like an appealing card, though. You could market the shit out of that. U.S. versus China. Everyone's like, USA. US, and we're just fucking the Chinese up. That'd be cool. I don't think they're going to do that, though. But yeah, when DC says, John's going to be this big favor, Connor's going to be this favor, I'm like, I don't think so, man. I don't think I have it even money for either of those fights go either way. We don't know. We don't know much about Tom. We just don't. We don't know. We know he's a badass, but we've never seen him get dragged out into later rounds. We've never seen what happens when he's off his back. We've never seen him fight a guy of John Jones' caliber. So I don't know. I would go toward, because John just knows how to win at all fucking costs. So I'm going to lean on John for that, because I always pick strength of schedule, guys who've been in the fire. So I'm leaning towards John in that. For Connor Chandler, they both have these long layoffs. It's a toss-up, man. We have no idea. Both those fights should be pick 'em because there's so many variables. They both had long layoffs. We don't know a lot about the guy. Connor, who knows what version we get of it. His movement doesn't look great on tape right now. Chandler's been out for a hot second. When he does come back, he gets beat up. I don't know. Great fights, though.
And everyone says, coaches, everyone that talks about John Jones, they always say, like, first of all, natural talent, right? The best ever. But his fight IQ is super, super high.
The highest.
So, I mean, he knows how to drag that into the fourth, fifth round, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's it. I'd love to see that fight.
You're getting it.
I hope so.
If our dumbasses are talking about, Dana's talking about. And him and John are having discussion behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Like you're in you're training, you're in the protocol. All right. And then the media's like, there's not a chance this guy, because then when he gets announced, boom.
Yeah. That's what I want.
Can't wait. June's a far time away.
Not. Well, actually, you know what? Shit, it is pretty far.
Yeah, June's a hot thing.
Yeah,
We just got through June, dude. So you have October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. 9 months?
9 months
forward
of
to
drug
that. But
testing,
even
too.
Dana goes, I won't start putting the card together until February. John has 9 months to get his shit together.
That's going to be scary.
What else you got?
Raja Jackson finally got arrested, and he's officially charged with felony assault. And he bonded out right away too.
So let me see here. I saw online he got arrested. Fine. It took a hot second, huh? God, move faster.
One of the long,
But they got to put everything together and I guess find him. I guess.
I mean, we saw the footage. It's like,
It says Raja Jackson's son of former UFC fighter Rampage Jackson has been arrested for allegedly.
Oh my God.
Allegedly assaulting professional wrestler. No, we saw it. The attack, which was live stream, occurred. What was supposed to be a planned wrestling performance. Jackson's father, Rampage, said the incident was a work that went wrong and that his son had recently suffered a concussion. Okay. What we know. L.A. County Sheriff's Department records show Raja Jackson, who's 25, was arrested Thursday and remained in a Los Angeles jail on a $50,000 bond in the morning, but he
bailed out right away.
Bailed out, right?
Or bonded out.
Keep going.
Rampage Jackson's statement. I mean, that's pretty much the whole thing, though. He got arrested officially and charged officially. So felony assault.
Yeah. Keep going.
I think
Is
that's
that it?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's gonna have to do some time. I don't think he's doing a long time. Like he might. I bet he does under a year for this and does some community service.
I wonder if he's actually going to do time.
He's gonna do some. Maybe. Who knows? They might do a plea deal where he does just.
They'll say like
community
time
service.
served and all that crap. So, yeah,
I don't know how it's gonna work, but I'm curious because now Raja Jackson, right? The reason we're talking about the reason this is it would be a big deal if he wasn't Rampage Jackson's son. It'd still be a big deal if a guy just did this that you never heard of. You'd be like, holy shit! But it wouldn't be keep fucking trailing on like this. The reason most of the people in this space care about it is because he's Rampage Jackson's son.
yeah.
So Raj is getting a ton of media attention. My question is, in this toxic world we live in, does Raja Jackson capitalize on all this negative attention he's getting, and does someone offer him a fight, like a real MMA fight, like a regional circuit, offers him a fight, or does a wrestling, like not the WWE, but you know what I'm saying, that type of wrestling, a much smaller promotion, take advantage of this and offer him an actual match? I'm gonna tell you, yes, that's how this goes in this toxic environment. So it's gonna get weird.
He definitely is I'm pretty sure he has this, but like a good PR team to say exactly how sorry he is for all this stuff and show the world that, he's changed, and then, things will be better. But
Probably lay low for about a year, though.
a year?
Don't you think? Or do we forget about him in a year?
I mean, as far as like doing like a apology tour, do that first, and then maybe before he fights a year.
The move would be do like a tag team thing with Stu, the guy who fucked up, and then Stu says, listen, got out of hand, blah, blah, blah.
They become buddies.
They're buddies. They
Yeah.
become a tag team. They're like the Bash brothers. Mm-hmm. Be good for Stu, too,
And this is pretty wild, too. This all happened when Rampage Jackson has this like new rebirth. Like he's like so much more famous
everywhere.
now.
He's with that Speed kid. He's with the other kid, the influencers.
Neon or something.
Yeah, he's all up in the spotlight. It's tough for Rampage as a dad. I don't know his relationship with his kiddos. It's tough for him. He said, I'm not talking to Raja right now because he defamed my name. It's like, eesh, that ain't the way to go. Kid needs you now more than ever. He's in a world of fucking trouble and needs to figure his way out through this darkness. Now's not the time to not talk to him.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to handle it as a father.
Yeah, I don't know what you do.
Only Rampage knows Raja, as well as he does. Who knows? Maybe this is the best route for him.
Yeah.
He always said too, like all his other kids, he's never worried about them at all. But he always says with Raja, he's like, dude, I got to make sure I have enough money to bail him out. He said that way
back.
Like
my other kids, I put money away for their college education. For him, it's bail money. Like, well, that's not good. That didn't age well. Hopefully they're doing all right. What else you got, Jim?
This is what I'm curious about your thoughts on. So Anakin Florian has something called the Ray Longo Minute. Ray Longo, amazing coach.
Love Ray Longo.
He says that he believes that Kelvin Gastelum has an actual eating disorder. So it's not about the whole discipline stuff. I mean, it might be a small part of it, but the actual eating disorder is a mental thing that he thinks that.
Which is
Gastelum
disorder.
has.
He loves tacos.
Dude.
He has a show called Missing Weight. It's like a food truck show, right? This is Ray talking right here?
Yeah.
Part of the play, I don't want to say this, is the UFC too. I don't want to say this, and he says it. Love Longo. They're asking a guy a month's notice to fight, and it's the old saying, you put a gun in a monkey's hand and you shoot somebody. Whose fault is it? The monkey's. That's what they did. They know the guy can't make weight, most likely. It's not in their favor. Go with a guy that is guaranteed lock. Yeah, I see what Longo's saying. Why would you give a guy who's notoriously known for missing weight a month's notice? Mm-hmm. Where when you've given him 3 months' notice, he still misses weight.
Yeah.
I see what he's saying.
He
goes, I like Kelvin. He's really been a nice guy from the first day I met him, but I do think he's got a serious eating disorder. He might fall into the category he's struggling with something. I believe he's struggling. I don't think it's that he doesn't care. You want to believe it's just not I don't give a fuck. When you sign the agreement, I really believe this guy struggles with something or his body's not responding like a normal person. I don't know. I could be he's just saying this. I don't know. I could be completely wrong. I feel bad for him because it's not a good look. Don't sign the agreement if you can't make the weight. Because it's a discipline issue. You can say what you want about eating disorder, shit like that. It's the same thing, when people do horrible shit well, he's mentally ill. Yeah.
So me and Nick actually talked about this too. Nick Davis, our producer, and Nick kind of agrees too because Nick's because his training and everything he's disciplined in. It's just this is the one thing he's terrible at.
And who tells you that he's disciplined in his training?
I don't know. Nick is just guessing, and I'm guessing he does well in his training too. All you guys are guessing. Yeah.
So you're assuming he's disciplined in his training. You're assuming that he's cutting the right way.
Well, no. I'm assuming the training part.
He's missed weight so many times. There's an issue. It's a discipline issue. Paint it however you want. The guy loves fucking tortas. The guy loves fucking pozole too much. He's just so cultured. Cool. It's a discipline issue.
Yeah. Do we know anyone that has an actual eating disorder? I'm trying to think. I mean, is there legit eating disorders? Is it just straight up this?
Being anorexic? That's different.
Oh no, that's actually
that's an eating disorder.
That's just a disorder. They're worried about getting fat.
Yes.
So it's not.
And then there's the obese people that for a reason, don't have friends or the family trauma, so they eat to feel comfort. I don't think Kelvin's dealing with that. He's not
At least it's not to that degree. When you mentioned the anorexia thing, then that just got my mind thinking that's a true mental illness.
Yeah, I don't think yeah. So I think we got to be careful. The term mental disorder and all that has gotten used way too much. This is we're getting kind of outside the box here. Listen, he's a professional athlete. This is 100% a lack of discipline. Oh, he loves taquitos. Stop.
So is taquitos.
It's fucking a discipline issue. He's a phenomenal athlete, phenomenal fighter, could have been champ, but didn't do what others were willing to do to get there. That's it. End of story. He has to figure it out now, otherwise he's going to lose his job. That's how this goes. Mentally, he's fine. Kelvin's a monster. He's one of the toughest guys in the UFC. He can navigate this and figure it out. You just got to fucking tighten things up. You don't need to go see a therapist or call BetterHelp or tell people, get online and cry and tell people about your feelings and how you love fucking tostadas. Fuck all that. Tighten the fuck up. You're talented as fuck. You have one of the best chins of all time. Even with your love of fucking Mexican food, you're still a beast. You put on one of the greatest fucking performances at middleweight of all time. If you just got your shit together, you could be world champion at 170, but you have to fight at 85 because you love food. That's it. No one has a mental disability. He's not sick in the head. He's a normal dude. He's a monster. He just loves fucking food. And when it comes doing the road work, he's not doing it. That's it. You don't need a fucking therapist here.
I'm actually thinking now too, because even when he was at 170, he would miss, but then when he's at 185, he'd still miss.
Yeah.
So it's not a like he can make both weights. He's done it before.
Yeah, it's a.
But this one is a little bit different because it was 4 weeks notice. But still, he's
and then also who knows financially where he's at, and they call him and he's like, "Fuck, that'd be good money. It's gonna be a tough weight cut, but if I really gear down to do it." It'd be the fastest I've ever done it. I bet I could do it. His team goes, yeah, you can do it. Because remember, they're all getting paid. Yeah. So yeah, you can do it. All right, let's try it. It didn't go his way. It's too short notice. He gets out of shape in between fights. But to Ray Longwood's point, this is on the UFC too. You know this guy's undisciplined in general. And then you give out of the entire roster, the guy who always fucking misses weight, a month's notice. And then you're surprised that he misses weight. Hey. Pick anybody else that's never missed weight, who's always training. You know this guy likes to do his thing. He's not the guy to call for short notice fucking fights. But this old mental illness needs a therapist. Shut up. Fucking put your running shoes on, get to work. That's how you handle this. Get your big ass in the sauna, put down the fucking taquitos, and get to work. That's what we do. That's it. Don't make it a bigger deal than it is. Because now, right now, the narrative, oh, there's something wrong with him, man. He has an eating disorder. Then he's listening to this. Then you put that bug in his brain. He's like, oh, fuck, now I'm never going to make weight. They're right. I do love quesadillas. And then we're fucking, now he's fighting at heavyweight. You're going to fuck a person up. No. Stop all this bullshit. Get to work. That's how you fix this. Get to work. Tighten the fuck up.
If he moved to light heavy and he still missed weight, you know for a fact. Okay, then
we got a problem.
It's guaranteed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, if Lizzo can figure it out, Kelvin, you can figure it out.
I wonder if that's banned in UFC like Ozempic. I wonder.
I don't know what it would flag for. I doubt it. Not a bad idea.
There you go.
Take that Ozempic. Hey, still feel like eating 7 quesadillas?
He's just Mexican.
Oh, you're not hungry? Or you still feel like shoving 9 churros in your mouth? Here's some Ozempic, bud. Not a bad idea. Boots to the ground is the way you work that out.
Yeah, only his team and him know.
Let's take a little break here, and then we'll jump right back in this juicy-ass White House episode. If you're still overpaying for wireless, it's time to say yes to saying no. At Mint Mobile, their favorite word is no. No contracts, no monthly bills, no overages, no hidden fees, no BS. Here's why I said yes to making the switch and getting premium wireless for $15 a month. All right, all plans come with a high-speed data and unlimited talk and text delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and bring your phone number along with you, all your existing contacts. All right, we got you guys. So if you're ready to say yes to saying no, make the switch at mintmobile.com/Schaub, SHAUB. That's mintmobile.com/Schaub. Upfront payment of $45 required, equivalent to $15 a month. Limited time new customers offer for first 3 months only. Speeds may slow above 35 GB on unlimited plan. Tax and fees extra. See Mint Mobile for details. Mintmobile.com/Schaub.
This is a bummer. This happened the day after we were filmed last week. But so Fluffy Hernandez is out against this fight.
This drives me fucking
versus RDR.
God.
Undisclosed injury.
Damn it.
And now RDR is fighting Brendan Allen. That was such a great fight too. I was so excited, but
the winner of that I thought was going to get the title shot.
They're part of it.
Now, if Brendan Allen wins, he doesn't get a title shot, and it would automatically go to Imavov. But I think if RDR can get a finish here, he's going to get a title shot still. Has to get an exciting finish, and he's still going to get that title shot, even though it's Brendan Allen. And Fluffy, it's just a fucking shame.
Yeah.
That must be a bad injury. Must be a bad injury to drop out of this. Because if you get a big win, you're fighting for a title, bad injury. For a guy like that, bad injury. For him to pull out. Ritter's only a minus 161 favorite.
Yeah, it's pretty damn close. I didn't think it was going to be that close.
Yeah, but if RDR handles business and gets like a impressive finish, guarantee he gets title shot. And Mavaz's back waiting.
Alrighty. Oh, let's go here real quick. So, Jake Paul versus Tank Davis. Originally, it was supposed to take place somewhere else, and they weren't able to get sanctioned. But now they moved it to Miami, and it is sanctioned.
Miami's like, we'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And they're going to
Were they trying to do it in Dallas? And even Dallas commission, which is loosey-goosey, was like, bro, you're 220 pounds. He's fucking tiny. We can't sanction this thing.
Oh, it's right here. It says Georgia. It was supposed to be in Georgia.
Yeah, so Atlanta was like, nah, dude, there's too much of a weight discrepancy. I love Dana on Impulsive. He was like, what's up with you and your brother? Fight people your size. He's so right. He's like, you just fight smaller people, man. You beat them. He's like, fight fucking people your size. He's right. Javante Davis, Jake, I'll watch. I support Jake. And Javante's a monster. I guess the interesting thing is like, can Javante's power do it to a bigger guy? It's a spectacle. I'll watch it. But it's where boxing's at right now.
But it's exhibition. That ruins it for me.
It has to be because you can't do a regular commission fight because of the weight discrepancy.
Yeah.
No one's going to pass this. Tank is out to show the boxing world what happens when Paul stops cherry picking his opponents. You don't think he cherry picked this one? So it'll be interesting to see if he can actually hurt or even stop the much bigger man come fight night. For Paul, a win over Davis would be the biggest combat career, though it's still. See, that's why, again, get your fucking money, Jake. Get them bags, dude. But let's say he knocks Javante out in the third round. He's looking for this validation from the boxing community. This sure as fuck ain't gonna do it. So you knocked out a tiny guy. People are like, who gives a shit? He's tiny. If you struggle, they're like, dude, you struggle with that smaller. Like, there's no win for Jake besides his bank account, which I'm all for. What else you got?
Got a few here. I try to understand what this meant. This is Dominic Cruz saying the UFC rankings are dictated by pay. So he was breaking it down like if he's making title fight money and then he loses, then he's still making that much money for the next fight.
Correct.
So they're going to rank him different. The way he explained it was just
the way you're explaining it's terrible.
I know,
what he
that's
says.
why.
So this is the great Dominic Cruz says, my experience, the way the rankings are made are according to how you wrote your contract last. So if I wrote a big contract to fight you and negotiate fight number 4, they have to do a favor to fight you on a week's notice for a title. I have an opportunity to renegotiate my contract. I can probably get a good chunk. So let's say I negotiate really well. I get up to more money than anybody in the division, and then I lose to you. I'm still making that money, correct? Mm-hmm. Now that they're paying me, you're telling me I just lost. They're going to give me number 10 now, but I'm making money to fight for a title. They're not going to pay me title money for that, never. You see what I mean? So that's the true rank is how much your contract is written for.
Right here.
Even if I lost the title, even if I lost 2 in a row, they're still giving me top 5 because I'm getting paid so much. They want to see me get beat to death for that money. Once a fighter can surrender to the fact that rankings aren't based off your skill, it's based off who wants to watch you, then you're ranked. I think that still makes it a sport. It's just wrapped in different package and we're all okay with it. Or we're not. I still signed up. I'm still here. I'm still doing it. I'm still going to sign. Yeah, he has a... I see what Dom's saying because when they're paying you those big dollars, they're not gonna. And to his point, if you lose against a 2 or 3 guy or even 6 guy, they're not gonna give you like a good fight in your next one because you're still making they're paying you like you're a champion. They're paying you like you're a top 5 guy. So you're gonna be fighting tough fucking guys, super tough guys, because that's what you're getting paid for.
They want you to lose to those tough guys.
Correct.
So you don't have to pay more.
Yeah. So the toughest fight of my career is when I beat Matt Mitrione, and I just renegotiated my contract. I renegotiated my contract after I beat Matt. So they wanted to sign a new 6-fight deal before I was a free agent. I went, nope, I'm banking on myself. I'm going to beat Matt, and then I'll fly to Vegas and sit down with Dana and negotiate. So that's why it was the happiest fight of my career. So I beat Matt, right? I took him out in the first round in Toronto. And then I fly to Vegas. Me and my manager, Lex McMahon, sit down with Dana. We sign a new contract, and my pay almost tripled.
Whoa.
Which is cool, right? For 6 fights, you pay triples. Then who do they give you after that? You get Travis Brown, the number 2 or 3 ranked guy in the world, because they're like, cool, dude, we'll pay you that money, but now we're paying you like you're a top 5 guy. So now you got to fight top 5 guys, even though it didn't make much sense.
Alrighty.
I see what Cruz is saying.
Yeah, I get now it's more clear to me. Okay, so Aiden Ross, he's that very popular streamer, internet personality guy. He was doing a live show, and then the last like few minutes just before the Canelo Terrence Crawford fight came on, he was like, I got to switch my bet. Initially, he bet on Canelo, so I had to switch my bet. And hold on, I'll just play that clip for you.
I think it's call. Very important call. Jordan, we're switching the bet.
Huh?
We're definitely switching our bet.
Oh Wait, what you mean? No. Don't stay with Canelo.
We're going Crawford.
If he's saying that, everybody goes slam
Jordan,
Crawford.
we're going Crawford. I'm telling you right now, we're going Crawford. Wait, catch up. I'll tell you guys off stream. We're good. Just go Crawford. You really want Crawford?
Text me, bro.
I will. All I'm going to say, chat, I got one of those calls, okay? And they were just like, listen, we think that if you were to do this, it's going to get bad. If you do this, it's going to get bad. It's not rigged.
So they're saying it could be rigged because it was very last second. It was on a live stream, and it was $1 million bet.
I never know with this stuff because, right, he probably works with like FanDuel or some shit like that, you know? So it's always tough to tell. And then also, he has no ties to Canelo. So probably before, like a lot of people put money on Canelo, and then he might have some sort of connection through, who knows, through Crawford, like one of Crawford's boys with Crawford. Like, dude, he found out you fucking bet on Canelo, dude. Like, the fuck you doing? Could be something like that. I don't think it's rigged. I think it's him saving face, not to create enemies.
Interesting.
Like when Drake bets, he's not picking those.
No, yeah,
It's all like you got to be worried. Like not me, not a celebrity. You got to be worried about people in the public eye when they show you their bets. Just so you guys know, none of that is real. So Drake has a deal with FanDuel or whoever the fuck is, MyBookie, whoever it is. He gets paid millions of dollars to post that.
Yeah.
He doesn't know shit about sports. Nothing. So when he goes, I got Izzy, that's him checking the box for the promotional agreement. Anybody going, oh shit, Aiden Ross took Crawford or Drake took Izzy, I'm going to change my bet. All these guys are getting paid so much money to do this. And I hate to tell you this too, it's usually, listen, I've had these offers. It's usually not even their money. They have no skin in the game. So when Drake goes, I bet $3 million on Izzy, he ain't putting $3 million on Izzy. All that's fake. All that's fake. It's just to drive attention to whatever company paid them to do that. Or you think Izzy and Aiden Ross know the ins and out of the fight game to bet $1 million? No, it's all promotional. It's all promotional. They're getting paid to push this narrative.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that's let's say Drake bet $500,000 on Izzy, then Stake would most likely be the ones giving him that $500,000 just so they could.
They just put a credit in his account,
Yeah.
but he never put his $500,000 in there. There's just a credit, and like, here's play money. He's not cashing it out.
I think he showed receipt stuff.
Sure, because that's hard to fake. He's never cashing out. He's not putting his actual 500. It's all play money. But he gets attention and makes it aware that he's using Stake and all that shit.
It's always popping on media. All right, so Terrence Crawford admitted that he only made quote unquote made $10 million, and I think Canelo made over $100 million, right, for the fight. But he said he's doing it for legacy and potential future fights, to make more money.
This is weird. So it says potential for more. While $10 million was guaranteed base salary, Boxing Insider's report from outlets like Yahoo Sports suggests his actual earnings could be closer to $50 million when considering pay-per-view percentages. There was no pay-per-view.
There was no pay-per-view.
It was on
Subscription
Netflix.
service, yeah.
So maybe by pay-per-view they mean additional subscribers to Netflix. But Netflix ain't doing that. How could Netflix navigate whether it's the new season of Stranger Things or the new fucking Jeffrey Dahmer doc or whatever new series they have on there that people aren't signing up for that compared to Canelo Crawford? So I don't know how they're going to figure that out. But the pay-per-view thing makes no sense. Where he's going to get, $10 million is fuck you money, but where he's going to get fuck you money is in the rematch. Because now he can call the shots. Kind of. I bet Canelo still makes more because he's the face of boxing, even though Crawford beat him. That's what it is. But he'll still, he'll probably get guaranteed like 30 or 40.
Alrighty, on the same topic. So the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight, it says right here, drew more viewers, over 108 million.
Of course.
Yeah, and the Canelo Alvarez Bud Crawford is over 41 million.
Yeah, but the Taylor fight beat remember when they did the all women's fight card? That beat Canelo Terrence Crawford.
But the gate was bigger for Crawford Canelo. 47 versus 18.
Yeah, that's huge. The co-main event, but that's a little tricky. When we say Katie Taylor and Manny Serrano had more views than Canelo Crawford, it's also people just putting the fight on, not knowing when Tyson and Jake Paul are going to fight. So like, dude, those women drew in 74 million, women power. It's like, chill. People were just kind of waiting for, it's on the TV. It's a bigger audience. They're just waiting for that main event.
Yeah. But they can still use those stats.
Yeah, sure.
Here's a quick one. Holly Holm. This is Dana White talking about Holly Holm's team kind of ruining her life by not taking a rematch with Ronda Rousey back in the day.
Yeah, it's strange. Let me see this article. I heard this. I wonder why they wouldn't do it. Just because
she wanted to fight Misha. That's the one thing.
But why? I said,
let's go here.
So Dana said on the Jim Rome show, these are the same guys that Holly Holm, in my opinion, ruined her life. She had the opportunity to rematch immediately with Ronda Rousey and for unbelievable money. They turned it down. They said, we don't want that fight. We'll fight Misha Tate for the same money we have now. So big drama goes on between us all. I said, so you want to fight the second best woman in the world with the same money instead of fighting Ronda Rousey for more money? White continued, I said she's going to lose by choke. Tate's going to choke her out. And that's exactly what happened. For the same money, instead of fighting Ronda for life-changing money, that would have changed her life. That's fucking wild.
I wonder what? What would...
She should fire her team.
What would be the case that... Like what in the world would...
Because you can't trump that. You can't...
Oh, like
that was such a big moment. Like a kick to the head, first loss to Ronda, shook the entire world. That was unbelievable. Yeah. Like we've never seen it. So they're like, no. We can't do better than that. Like we're not gonna be able to duplicate that moment. But you're a prize fighter. So if my team went, dude, we're never gonna do better than that. Like that's Hall of Fame worthy, walk-off home run, head kick Ronda, first loss. Like you made history. We're never gonna beat that. I'd go, cool. But how much money in the rematch? I don't give a fuck. Even if I lose to her, I'm a prize fighter. They really fucked. I'm with Dana. They royally fucked up. Royally fucked up.
Do you think Holly would have gotten the second win?
Yep.
Okay.
Because remember, Amanda Nunes was like, say less, I'll do it.
Amanda, of course, Amanda.
Yeah, Amanda was like, cool, give me my fucking money. Watch this.
All right, so this is an update on BJ Penn. I will just play it for you.
Who's BJ supposed this? It can't be good.
Stand in line. Stand in line. Let them know.
No, I don't want to.
Run it. Show me your. I'm gonna fuck you like the best. Do you want that chili?
The only way out is in.
Stand in line.
He's so gone now.
I know we want to chalk it up to CT and stuff like that. I think there's some drugs going on there.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's everything. This is Armin Sarukian doing BJJ with Benson Henderson. And I'll show you the results here.
He chokes Ben out, then Ben wants to learn the choke, right?
Hold on.
And if you're watching this on YouTube or you're listening to it, if you want ad free and we can show all the freaking videos, go on over to Patreon. You get ad free on Patreon. It's patreon.com/TFATK. We got bonus content on there. I show all my cars on there, part 1. We got Q&As. We got all sorts of stuff. It's popping over there. We can get wild on there. That's patreon.com/TFATK.
I cannot stand these like ad stuff.
Nice man. That's the other side. Yeah. I think this is the best attack he's got. Very. Look how calm Ben's.
What is Ben doing?
It looks very tight.
Turn away,
It's very
bud.
tight. He's asleep. He's asleep. He's asleep. It's Benson's asleep. Benson's out. Benson is out.
Strugan's a monster.
Great performance by both of the guys.
Absolutely
Showing the
incredible
beautiness of grappling for sure.
Yeah, I know Ben was asking him, like, show me the choke. A simple head and arm?
What are you supposed to do?
It's deep. There, a lot of guys will roll into it and try to tuck their elbow, but it makes it tighter. You're supposed to roll away. You're still in a bad position. You give up your back, but you're not going to get put to sleep. So if it's like this, Chin, most guys will try to tuck and turn here. He needs to roll this way with it. It relieves all the pressure. They have your back.
So going away from him.
Go
Just
away
going
from it. Yeah, it's not natural, but you should go away from it.
What's that answering the phone thing? Is that part of this too or no?
It makes it's locked. You can answer the phone, but that's too late. It's completely locked in. And if guy's good enough, answering the phone's not going to do shit.
Oh, let's just end with this. This is a good. This is a happy story. Melvin Guillard, who was on an 11-fight losing streak, finally won a fight.
He had a fun career, man.
He was badass before.
Melvin with some big elbows early. He ain't coming in here to lose. Oh, Wiggins gets caught with a
Wiggins
knee
in trouble.
early. Melvin Guillard knocks out Terry Wiggins.
Good for him.
He never gave up.
He's been doing it forever. Forever. Good for him. And on a good note, Chin.
Yeah.
UFC Fight Night Australia. Big implications at light heavyweight. You got Carlos Olberg, Dominic Reyes. Let's go, Dom. The comeback train continues. My boy Neil Magny, Jake Matthews. And then, of course, Andre Petrosky. Let's get it done for Philly, Andre. All right, kids, that's it. Thanks for watching. If you want this all ad-free, go to Patreon. We got bonus content, extended episodes of Fire and the Kid. You get this show ad-free. We can show videos. We can get wild on there, say whatever we want. We got bonus footage. I show off my shop, the cars, Q&As on there. It's patreon.com/TFATK. Patreon's popping, man. We should have done a hot second ago, but better late than never. Love you guys. Be nice out there. Baseball dads, good luck this week. Stay calm. All right, that's it. Love you guys. I'm out.